What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another day in the BrewLab with me, Lone Fox, your Brewmaster in Chief. And today, in the BrewLab, I'm coming at you from the early access event. It's been absolutely amazing. Thanks again to Wizards of the Coast for inviting me, for giving me this God account, access to this God account for 24 hours. So yes, this is a sponsored video, and I've been having just the most fun. I played up until 5 a.m. last night. I got a game off of CGB. I managed to grab a game off of Jim Davis. I ended up playing against Power Dragon, Malone. I had a nice match against Malone. So just amazing. And I would, again, just like to thank Wizards for, especially the team behind the early access. You guys are running a very tight ship. It's completely flawless, and it's just getting better and better every set. So thanks again. So my plan is to do these much shorter, quick little like deck tech or brew techs, where we just have a quick look at the deck, maybe grab 1 or 2 matches with it, and on to the next one. Because I don't have much time, and I want to record as many like version 1s and early drafts of future meta brews, so that I can cover the distance between now and when the set actually drops on February the 7th. Yeah, so without further ado, let's jump into the first of today's brews. Gonna be playing Mono Black, Archfiend. Woo, what a spicy card. So we've got a lot of the old classics here that are just continue to be really strong and make the deck insane. Things like Sheoldred and Invoke Despair, but I've also tried to put in as many new cards as possible. So we're testing out some new removal. First of all, Black Sun's Twilight. And insane, I think. I mean, for 6 mana, am I right? 6 mana, you can do 5 damage and return a creature from the graveyard to the battlefield tapped at instant speed. So you could potentially destroy the opponent's Sheoldred and get yours back. Really, really nice. So kind of testing this one out. Then I'm also trying out this new Sheoldred's Edict, which has also been ridiculously good because it's a sacrifice. Forces the opponents to sacrifice. So things with ward, things with indestructible, things with protection, whatever. And it's just so nice and versatile. This is going to be index. Like, this is a easy safe craft anyway. It's only uncommon, but non-token creature token, or planeswalker. It's just very, very nice. Then the main new card that I wanted to test out is Archfiend of the Dross. It's a 6/6 flyer for 4 mana. Okay, and it enters the battlefield with 4 oil counters on them, and then you remove 1 at the beginning of each upkeep. But then if you run out of those oil counters, you lose the game. Then, as if the text box wasn't long enough, whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, its controller loses 2 life. So there's a lot going on here. My plan was to have ways to sacrifice it yourself if we get to a point where it looks like we're about to lose that last oil counter and we're going to lose the game. We can sacrifice our own creature with some upside, if possible. Or to find a way to proliferate so that we can keep adding oil counters so that we never get down to 0. And yeah, that's really what made this deck come about. So ways we have of sacrificing it, I've gone with Reckoner's Bargain, a card that hasn't seen much play, but in this deck I think it makes a bit of sense because not only will I get to draw 2 cards, which is great, a little card draw, but we also gain life equal to the sacrifice permanent's mana value. So, we'd also gain 4 life off of the Archfiend. I find that to be really, really nice. I've also lined up these turns where, blitz in an underdog, get in for the damage, and then before, end of combat, Reckoner's Bargain, your own Tenacious Underdog. You get the card draw from the underdog, you gain 2 life, and you draw 2 more cards. You gain 3 cards and 2 life, which mitigates the 2 life you paid to blitz it in. Some nice little things just to keep track of. And then I've gone for my usual Bankbuster, Okiba, little combo here. I love it. And, just a little bit of stuff from back in Kamigawa, still trying to make an appearance. But the real top end here is 3 copies of Vraska, the Betrayal Sting. So this is the other plan with the Archfiend. You can 0, draw a card, lose 1 life, proliferate. If we've got Sheoldred in play, that life loss doesn't matter. We've also got some life gain here by the March of Wretched Sorrow and the Okiba, by the way. But then you proliferate. So you're putting another oil counter onto the Archfiend. Never goes down to 0 oil counters. And you can just keep on swinging in with a 6 power flyer on turn 5. It's pretty ridiculous. Then we've also can use the -2 to essentially remove something because it transforms that thing into a creature, into a treasure. So, you know, it just becomes a treasure. Sure, the opponent gets to then use that mana, but like, you know, turn a freaking, I don't know, Sheoldred into a treasure. That's feels pretty nice. And then the -9, that's going to be for another deck. We're going to go full on into Toxic in the next couple of brews, but for now, this is more of a, like using it more for the proliferate in conjunction with the Archfiend, as well as the card draw and the removal. And that's the deck. Mono black, new kind of shell. I've also stuck in a Dross Pits, was testing this one out too. These new spheres that you can sack and draw a card. Also got a sneaky one of Mirrex. This is amazing. It can tap for mana of any color the turn it entered the battlefield, which is really cool if you like top deck it when you needed your 4th black source for Invoke Despair. And then we've got 2 Mishra's Foundries and 2 Takenumas. That's the brew. Let's jump into some games and see how it performs against some, hopefully, other... well, definitely other content creators, but I guess as far as time zones, the guys in the US are probably up quite late at this point, so I'm probably mostly going to be facing off against Southeast Asian and, yeah, the Europeans are still asleep or just waking up. Trace on VIP. No idea who that is. Okay, what else? Nice and polite. So got access to loads more of these fangs that I usually don't have access to. Interesting. Very interesting. Someone's finally trying out Joyra. Get a free Bankbuster. Nice. I think we need to get rid of Joyra, like, ASAP. Ask and you shall receive. Okay, so let's go with the Dross Pit. Just because it comes to play tap. Yeah, it's pretty trashy. I don't know if you want to really be playing this in Constructed, but I'm just giving it a test. I mean, it's always tapped. Yeah, you can draw a card, but you got to lose one of your mana sources. So, Oh, baby! Now, is there counter magic here in this deck? That is the question. He's using it for the Bankbuster card draw. Careful. My little boy's here in the room with me. Jeez, Vincent, I'm trying to make a video, my darling. I don't know. artifact ramp in like Grixis, or is he just running these as cycle lands or something? Interesting to find out what the plan here is. I think let's just go with Invoke now, so we can get in for 10. You can do that? Ah, okay. Wow, that's cool. It's instant speed. That's a pretty tasty hit. I'm not gonna lie. We got Vraska coming in next turn just to seal the deal. And like none of the red-based sweepers that he could have, like burn down the house, will be able to kill our Archfiend. Can you see a little mini fox behind me? No. The mini fox is chilling. Trace on. BIP. Trace on. I don't think I've seen this guy on YouTube. There's also a lot of like creators from like diverse different types of Magic content, like commander dudes and things like that. It's pretty nice. All right, easy game one. Someone trying out some Joyra stuff. I wonder if seems a little bit squishy and slow, honestly. I was a bit hyped for it at one point, but I don't know. Alrighty, on to the next one. I'll show you how to do it. That's okay. Just, if you shout very loudly, they're gonna hurt their ears. That's what I'm saying. Just come and I'll help you. Oh no, you can't play this game. What? Not that one. But I cannot open the door. Yeah, I know. So don't play that one. It's locked. Play something else. Please. Please. Yeah. Please, so sad. He still doesn't get it that like you need to pay for the games, and like he gets all these things off the Apple Store, and then it's like everything's got a lock on it. Ooh, the Asian Avenger. Ooh. Some big names. All right. Let's see if the underdog can carry us. He usually plays like a lot of mid-rangey, control-y stuff. Like that's his cup. I mean, I follow him on YouTube. I always check him during his Goldfish podcasts with Saffron Olive. Dig the guy. Super cool guy. But yeah, I feel like his preferred style is admittedly a like more controlling type of gameplay, so I don't know if I should be keeping this hand, but let's see. The Reckoner Raid. Is this me lagging or what's going on? Give him the little cheeky dragon smile. Borrows, huh? Equipments. Could be the new equipments deck. Yeah, never mind. It's definitely artifacts. So I'm going to quite happily just removal. There's the Archfiend. Oh baby, I love the Archfiend. Just tokens. Straight up tokens. Maybe even gonna be some, what's his name? Rabble Rousing and Jetmir. If I were a betting man. Second part of the text box there from the Archfiend. Need to find a way to kill our own Archfiend, like ASAP. Ah! You've got to be anything but freaking Wandering Emperor. Like, I just cannot with this card anymore. I'm so sick of playing against it. I don't think it's easy for me to convey how sick and tired I am of playing against this card. And we have to deal with it until September or something. I'm just like, oh my god. Anything but that. Fortunately, we have the answer. Sure. At least we get rid of the Shelly. On drag. I think Mondrak is about to get Mondracked.
Mirrex is as inevitable as the rise of the downtrodden. Another for my collection.
I've got another Vraska, so that's why I made this admittedly terrible move.
Phyrexia's influence still grows.
One more land would have been amazing. Now we've got 2 edicts. Non-token. Non-token. You got another Wandering Emperor. Knew it. Oh, I knew it. But you can't sack a non-token.
Feel the energy of battle, then guide it like water.
Very clever, though. I can block one with the Mishra's Foundry. Oh, whatever.
I have got
Yep.
new moves to teach you.
I love you too, my darling. Eh? All depends on what he top deck now.
May your blade strike true.
If you've got another Wandering Emperor in your hand, I'm gonna just lose it. There's no way you got another Emperor. 3 of them in the whatever, I will just flip out. Got him. The second part of that text box is actually very relevant. You know, whenever they sack a creature, it adds just another little bit of pressure to that clock. Okay, so I think a couple games per brew is more than enough, and going undefeated with this one, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. It's still just playing, you know, Sheoldreds and Invoke Despairs and things, and Mono Black just now got a bunch of really good new removal as well, so be on the lookout for a deck running Archfiend, and it's also not legendaries, you can have multiples. I don't know if this is like the end-all version or whatever, but really just trying to highlight some new cards. We got to see Vraska, we got to see the Archfiend, and we got to use the Edict there very nicely. We still didn't get to play the Black Sun's Twilight for any particular reason, but we'll definitely slot it into some other brews as the meta progresses. So that is going to be it for this particular video. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you all in the next one, and until then, this is Lone Fox from the BrewLab, signing out. Peace, y'all.